Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something we all experience: pain. But I'm here to tell you, pain is not the end of your story. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is an opportunity. See, too many people let pain break them. But the truth is, pain can build you. That heartbreak, that disappointment, that failure, don't let it define you. Let it refine you. Every struggle, every tear, every sleepless night is preparing you for something greater. Maybe you've been through rejection. Maybe life knocked you down so hard you don't even know how to get back up. But I want you to hear me today. Your pain is not wasted. That struggle is the training ground for your success. When you go through tough times, don't sit in self-pity. Don't let bitterness take root. Instead, stand up and say, "This is not the end of me. This is the making of me." The pressure you feel today is producing the strength you need for tomorrow. The obstacles you face now are shaping you into the person who will walk into blessings you can't even imagine yet. So don't curse the pain. Use it. Let it sharpen you. Let it build your character. Let it push you forward. Turn that heartbreak into motivation. Turn that failure into wisdom. Turn that struggle into strength. The truth is, success is not about avoiding pain. It's about what you do with it. You are not meant to stay stuck in your struggles. You are meant to rise. Keep pressing, keep believing, and watch how your pain becomes the very thing that leads you to victory. Your greatest success is on the other side of your greatest challenge. So hold on, stay in faith, and remember, your pain is not a dead end. It's a doorway to something greater. Pain is often seen as a negative force in our lives. It can be physical, emotional, or mental, and we are naturally inclined to avoid it at all costs. But what if I told you that pain, rather than being something to run from, is actually one of the most powerful tools for your personal growth? Pain is not your enemy. It's the very thing that can propel you toward greatness. When we experience pain, our immediate reaction is often to resist it. We feel uncomfortable, vulnerable, or weak. We want to escape, to find a quick solution, to make the pain go away. But true growth never happens in comfort. It happens when we push through adversity, when we face our struggles head on. Pain is the catalyst that forces us to change, to evolve, and to become more than we were before. Think about the most significant moments in your life, the times when you truly grew and discovered your strength. More than likely, those moments involved pain. Maybe it was the pain of losing a loved one, the pain of a failed relationship, or the pain of feeling defeated after a hard-fought battle. But even in those moments of hurt, something inside you began to shift. You started to see the world differently. You found courage where there was once fear, and resilience where there was once doubt. Pain acts as a mirror, showing us what we're made of. It reveals our weaknesses, yes, but it also reveals our untapped potential. When we face pain, we are given the chance to test our limits, to break through the barriers we've placed around ourselves. The discomfort forces us to look inward, to examine who we truly are and who we are becoming. It challenges us to rise above our circumstances and tap into a strength we didn't even know we had. Pain can also be a reminder that we are alive. It means we're living fully, experiencing the highs and lows of existence. When we avoid pain, we also avoid growth. A life of perpetual comfort is a life that stagnates. The discomfort we feel during hard times is proof that we are pushing forward, that we are still in the game, still fighting for something better. Without pain, we would never stretch beyond our current state of being. In the midst of pain, it's easy to forget that we have the power to transform it. We can choose how we respond. It's in our hands to decide whether we allow pain to break us or to build us. When you feel pain, you can make the decision to see it as a lesson rather than a punishment. You can shift your perspective and use that pain as a stepping stone to something greater. The way you choose to handle pain will determine how it shapes your future. Pain also cultivates empathy. When we've been through something difficult, we gain a deeper understanding of others' struggles. We become more compassionate, more willing to help those in need because we know what it feels like to hurt. This compassion is a powerful force that can connect us to others in ways that success and comfort never will. It's through our shared experiences of pain that we form bonds and build meaningful relationships. Every painful experience is an opportunity to build resilience. Resilience doesn't come from avoiding difficulty. It comes from confronting it head on, learning from it, and bouncing back stronger. Every time you endure pain, you develop a deeper reservoir of strength within you. You grow more accustomed to the process of overcoming, and you begin to trust yourself more. With each trial, you become more capable of facing whatever life throws your way. And then there's the ultimate truth about pain. It's temporary. While the hurt might seem endless in the moment, pain doesn't last forever. It ebbs and flows, and with time, it fades. The lessons you learn during painful times stay with you long after the pain is past. Pain is like the sharpening of a blade. It's intense in the moment, but it leaves you stronger, sharper, and ready for the next challenge. When you embrace pain as an opportunity for growth, you begin to see it not as a curse, but as a gift. It's the uncomfortable but necessary tool that forces you to stretch, to grow, and to evolve. Rather than resenting the hard times, you begin to welcome them because you know they are the very things that will help you reach your highest potential. Pain, in its purest form, is a sign that you are on the path to becoming your best self. Struggles are a part of life. No one escapes without facing hardship. Whether it's a personal challenge, a professional setback, or an unexpected loss, everyone will encounter struggles at some point. The key question isn't whether you will struggle, but how you will respond to it. Will you allow these struggles to define you, to determine your worth, or will you let them refine you, shaping you into a stronger, wiser person? When struggles arise, it's easy to get consumed by them. It can feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, and you may begin to question your ability to handle what's in front of you. In those moments, you might think that your struggle is your identity. But here's the truth. The struggles you face don't define who you are. They simply reveal who you can become. Your worth is not based on the challenges you face, but on how you choose to rise above them. The process of refining is much like the way precious metals are purified. Metals like gold and silver must go through intense heat and pressure to be refined into their purest form. Likewise, we must endure difficult times to refine our character, develop our skills, and clarify our purpose. It's in the fire of adversity that we are shaped, just as the fire shapes a gem into a masterpiece. Without that process, we would remain unpolished, stuck in a state of mediocrity. Struggles push us to reach deeper, to uncover strengths we never knew we had. When we face challenges, we have two choices. We can either let them defeat us, or we can let them build us. The difference lies in how we respond. If we let our struggles define us, we may fall into self-pity, resentment, or bitterness. We may start to believe that we're not worthy, that we're not capable, or that we're not meant for greatness. But when we allow struggles to refine us, we see them as opportunities for growth. We learn to trust the process, to believe that every challenge is shaping us into the person we are meant to become. Struggles have a way of stripping away the things that no longer serve us. They force us to evaluate what's truly important, what matters most, and what we're willing to fight for. When things are easy, it's easy to stay complacent. But when things get tough, we are forced to dig deep and realign ourselves with our true values. We start to shed the unnecessary, the distractions, and the fears that held us back. Through struggle, we become more focused, more determined, and more aligned with our purpose. You see, the refinement process isn't always comfortable. In fact, it's often painful. But think about the most valuable things in life: success, wisdom, strength, and resilience. None of these come easily. They come through struggle. Think about athletes, for example. They don't become champions by taking it easy. They push themselves past their limits. They endure pain, setbacks, and exhaustion. But through that process, they become stronger and better. The same is true for us. We become the best versions of ourselves, not by avoiding hardship, but by growing through it. Refining also means learning to let go of the things that no longer serve us. Sometimes we hold on to old habits, negative mindsets, or past hurts. But struggles have a way of forcing us to confront these things. When we're going through hard times, we're often forced to reevaluate our attitudes, our relationships, and our approach to life. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth. Refining means purging the old so that we can make room for the new. Through this process, we emerge stronger, wiser, and better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. In the midst of struggle, it's easy to forget the bigger picture. But when we look back at our lives, we realize that the greatest moments of growth often came from the most difficult times. The struggles you faced in the past have prepared you for where you are today. They've made you more resilient, more adaptable, and more capable of handling future challenges. Each struggle is a stepping stone toward a better, more refined version of yourself. Struggles also teach us humility. They remind us that we are not invincible, that we don't have all the answers, and that we can't always control our circumstances. But in that humility, there is power. When we accept that we are not perfect and that we will face challenges, we open ourselves up to learning and growth. Instead of resisting the struggle, we embrace it as part of our journey. It's through these moments of humility that we grow the most, gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. As you face struggles in your own life, remember this: they are not there to break you, they are there to refine you. They are shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for something greater. Don't allow them to define you, because your true identity is far greater than the struggles you face. Embrace the challenges, learn from them, and let them make you into the person you were always meant to be. Challenges are a part of life that no one can avoid. They come in many forms: personal, professional, emotional, and they often catch us by surprise. But here's something incredibly powerful. Every challenge you face is not a setback or an obstacle. Challenges are the universe's way of preparing you for what's next, for something greater than what you currently know. At the moment, challenges can feel overwhelming. When we're in the midst of a difficult situation, it can be hard to see the bigger picture. We may question why we're going through something so painful or frustrating. But if we shift our perspective, we can begin to understand that challenges are not random, they are intentional. They come into our lives because we are being prepared for something more significant than we can currently imagine. Think about the growth process of a seed. It doesn't just sprout and grow into a tree overnight. It faces the challenge of pushing through the dirt, breaking through barriers, and reaching for the light. Without the resistance of the soil, the seed would never become strong enough to stand tall. In the same way, every challenge you face is helping you build strength. It's helping you develop the resilience, wisdom, and character you need to thrive in the next phase of your life. Challenges don't come to punish us. They come to promote us. Every time you face a hardship, you are being molded and shaped into a person who is ready for greater opportunities. You're being tested and refined so that when the bigger opportunities come, you'll be able to handle them with grace, wisdom, and confidence. The things that seem difficult now are the stepping stones that will lead you to your next level of success. Take a moment to look back on the challenges you've faced in the past. Think about the ones that seemed impossible at the time. Now, consider where you are today. Chances are you're stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. The challenges you faced in the past have prepared you for the person you are today. They've equipped you with the tools, knowledge, and perseverance you need to continue moving forward. Each challenge offers a lesson. Some lessons are small, others are profound, but all of them are valuable. The lesson you learn from one challenge becomes the foundation for your success in the next. For example, a failure in your career might teach you the importance of perseverance and adaptability. A personal loss might teach you empathy and compassion. Every experience, no matter how difficult, builds on the last and prepares you for what lies ahead. Challenges also teach us to be flexible and adaptable. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes we must adjust our expectations and strategy. This adaptability is a key ingredient in preparing for something greater. The more you face and overcome challenges, the more you learn how to navigate the unexpected. You become a more resourceful, creative, and innovative person, which is crucial when new and bigger opportunities arise. Another way challenges prepare us for something greater is by helping us discover our true strength. It's easy to feel strong when things are going well, but it's when things get tough that we truly find out what we're made of. When we endure challenges, we discover inner resources of strength, courage, and resilience we didn't even know we had. These qualities are essential for stepping into the bigger opportunities and responsibilities that await us. Sometimes the very challenges that seem to set us back are actually positioning us for the future we desire. The struggle you face today may be preparing you for a promotion, a breakthrough, or a new chapter in your life. It's in the toughest moments that we often learn the most about what we truly want and what we are capable of. It's in those moments that we find clarity, direction, and purpose. The challenge you face today could be laying the foundation for the incredible success that's just around the corner. As you encounter challenges, try to remember this: nothing you're going through is in vain. Every difficulty you face is a lesson in disguise, a stepping stone to something greater. Keep your head high, your faith strong, and your heart open. Trust that what you're experiencing now is part of the process that will lead you to bigger and better things. The challenges are not the end of your journey. They are simply preparing you for what's coming next, something bigger, something better, something greater. It's natural to feel discouraged when life isn't going the way we envision, when things don't work out, when obstacles arise, when failure seems inevitable. It's easy to slip into self-pity. You've probably been there before, feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, questioning why things are so difficult. It's okay to feel down sometimes, but here's what I want you to remember. Self-pity never serves you. It never moves you forward, and it never leads to growth. Instead of sinking into the depths of self-pity, rise with purpose. Self-pity is a trap. It pulls you deeper into negativity, helplessness, and victimhood. It tells you that your circumstances define you, that you are powerless, and that nothing can change. But nothing could be further from the truth. You are not defined by the challenges you face. You are not limited by your current situation. In fact, every struggle, every moment of difficulty is simply an invitation to rise, to learn, and to step into a higher version of yourself. When we indulge in self-pity, we become fixated on the problem rather than the solution. We can get stuck in a loop of negative thinking that prevents us from seeing the opportunities that lie ahead. The truth is, your struggles are temporary, but how you choose to respond to them shapes your future. Rising with purpose means focusing on what you can control, not on what's out of your control. It means making a conscious decision to move forward, even when you don't feel like it, because you know that your purpose is greater than the pain you're feeling in the moment. Purpose is the antidote to self-pity. When you have a clear sense of why you're doing something, when you understand the bigger picture, it becomes easier to push through the difficult times. Purpose gives you direction. It pulls you out of the quicksand of self-doubt and gives you something to hold on to when everything around you feels uncertain. Purpose reminds you that there's more to your life than this current moment. It gives you the strength to keep going, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Rising with purpose doesn't mean pretending that everything is perfect or denying your pain. It means acknowledging the difficulty but choosing to rise above it. It means understanding that challenges are part of the process, not the end of the road. It's in those tough moments that your purpose becomes even more important. It's what will fuel you when the journey gets hard. Your purpose will give you the strength to keep moving forward, to get back up when you've been knocked down, and to keep your eyes focused on the bigger picture. Think about the people you admire, the ones who have overcome immense challenges and gone on to achieve incredible things. They didn't get there by sinking into self-pity. They got there by rising with purpose. They faced their pain, their failures, and their struggles, but they never allowed them to determine their future. Instead, they found strength in their purpose, knowing that they had something greater to offer the world, something worth fighting for, and that's exactly what you have. Something great inside of you, waiting to be brought to life. Rising with purpose also means taking responsibility for your actions and your mindset. It's about choosing to take control of your life rather than letting your circumstances control you. When you rise with purpose, you stop waiting for things to get better on their own. You take proactive steps toward your goals. You find ways to learn from your challenges, to use them as stepping stones, and to keep moving forward. No matter how slow the progress might seem, purpose pushes you to take action even when you don't feel ready. Your purpose is what will keep you grounded when everything else feels uncertain. It's what will remind you that the setbacks are not permanent, and that your story is still being written no matter how hard things get, no matter how many times you stumble or fall. Your purpose is what will carry you through. It's the driving force that will pull you out of the pit of self-pity and onto the path of greatness. So don't sink into the depths of despair. Rise up and let your purpose lead the way. When you choose to rise with purpose, you shift your focus from the problem to the solution. You stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge make me stronger? Purpose gives you the clarity and the vision to see that your struggle is just a chapter in a much bigger story, one where you are the hero. The power to rise is within you, and it's fueled by the purpose you carry. In the moments when self-pity seems tempting, remember that you have a choice. You can stay stuck, or you can rise with purpose. You can let your struggles hold you down, or you can let them push you forward. Your life has meaning, and your purpose is greater than any challenge you face. So rise, not because everything is perfect, but because you know your purpose will lead you to something far greater than you ever imagined. It's during our toughest moments that we often feel the most vulnerable, the most overwhelmed. Life can throw challenges at us that feel impossible to overcome, leaving us questioning our strength and our ability to endure. But here's the truth. Your toughest moments are not weakening you. They are shaping you into a stronger person. They are the forge in which your character is being built. Your resilience is being strengthened, and your capacity for greatness is being expanded. At the time, it's hard to see the value in hardship. We tend to focus on the pain, the disappointment, or the exhaustion of it all. We feel as though we're being broken, but in reality, we are being broken open. The challenges you face, no matter how difficult, are pushing you to grow in ways you wouldn't have imagined. They are challenging you to rise above your limitations, to stretch beyond your comfort zone, and to develop the very traits that will carry you to success. Think of it like this. Muscle doesn't grow without resistance. When you work out, you're putting your muscles under stress. It's uncomfortable, sometimes painful, but it's exactly what makes your muscles stronger over time. The same principle applies to your life. Your toughest moments are the resistance that forces you to grow. Without the challenges, you would remain stagnant, your potential untapped. These moments test your limits, and in doing so, they push you to expand them, building your strength, your endurance, and your resilience. Resilience in particular is something that can only be developed through adversity. It's not something you're born with. It's something you cultivate over time, often by weathering life's storms. Every time you face a hardship and make it through to the other side, you're not just surviving, you're strengthening your ability to handle whatever comes next. Each tough moment teaches you how to bounce back faster, how to handle stress better, and how to keep going even when the odds are stacked against you. Resilience is the muscle that gets stronger with each challenge you face. Beyond resilience, your toughest moments also teach you the importance of perseverance. It's easy to keep going when everything is smooth sailing, but perseverance is only developed through difficulty. When you're faced with a challenge, you have a choice. You can give up or you can keep going. Each time you choose to keep moving forward despite the pain or the frustration, you're strengthening your perseverance. This quality is crucial for success because in life it's not always about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up. Your persistence, even in the face of adversity, is what will ultimately lead you to victory. These tough moments also give you clarity. In times of struggle, we're often forced to take a step back and reassess our goals, our priorities, and our values. We may not understand the purpose of our struggles in the moment, but when we look back, we can often see how they help shape the person we are today. The tough moments strip away distractions and force us to focus on what truly matters. We learn what we're truly capable of, and we discover a deeper sense of purpose. The challenges provide us with a new perspective, helping us see that everything we've been through is leading us to something greater. In these tough times, you may discover a well of inner strength you never knew existed. It's often the moments when we feel the weakest that we uncover the depth of our own strength. We find courage when we thought we had none. We push through the impossible because we realize that giving up is not an option. It's in those hardest moments that you begin to recognize how strong you really are. You'll look back on the challenges you've faced, and instead of seeing them as obstacles, you'll see them as the moments that helped you become the person you are today, stronger, wiser, and more capable than you were before. Your toughest moments also teach you the power of vulnerability. It's easy to hide behind a facade of strength, but true strength comes from embracing your vulnerability. In your darkest moments, you have the opportunity to be honest with yourself and others about your struggles. This doesn't mean weakness. It means courage. It means being willing to acknowledge your pain, your fears, and your doubts, and to keep moving forward in spite of them. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of true strength because it takes immense courage to face your challenges head on. As you face your toughest moments, remember that they are shaping you. They are forging you into a person who is capable of achieving great things. Every difficulty you face, every setback you encounter is an opportunity for growth. While it may feel uncomfortable in the moment, know that these moments are what will give you the strength to face even greater challenges ahead. Your character, your resilience, your perseverance, and your inner strength are being cultivated right now. When you look back on your life, you'll realize that your toughest moments were the most valuable. They were the moments that built your strength, gave you clarity, and prepared you for what was next. Every hardship you've faced has played a role in shaping you into the person you are today. And if you continue to rise above your challenges, you'll discover that your future self will be even stronger, even more capable, and even more prepared for whatever comes next. Your toughest moments are not in vain. They are the building blocks of your future success. Heartbreak and failure are two of the most difficult emotions to endure. Whether it's the end of a relationship, the loss of a dream, or a failure to reach a goal, these experiences can leave us feeling devastated, lost, and unsure of where to go next. However, instead of letting these painful experiences define you or hold you back, you have the power to turn them into something greater, into motivation and wisdom. These are the tools that will propel you forward even when it feels like the world is pushing you back. Heartbreak, no matter its form, is one of the most painful experiences a person can go through. It shakes us to our core, leaving us feeling vulnerable and broken. In the moment, it can feel like there's no way to move forward. But heartbreak, as difficult as it is, has the potential to ignite something powerful inside of you. It can fuel a desire for growth, self-improvement, and a renewed sense of purpose. When you transform your heartbreak into motivation, you use that pain as a catalyst to push you towards something better, to remind you that you are capable of healing and rising stronger than before. Heartbreak teaches us a lot about ourselves. It forces us to confront our emotions, our needs, and our desires. While it may seem like a setback at first, it actually provides an opportunity to rediscover who we are outside of the relationship or situation that caused the heartbreak. It's a chance to reconnect with our own strengths, passions, and goals. Heartbreak motivates us to reflect on what we truly want in life, what we deserve, and how we can become the best version of ourselves. It pushes us to prioritize our own growth and well-being, and in doing so, we learn to love ourselves more deeply and more authentically. Turning heartbreak into motivation also means refusing to let the pain paralyze you. It's easy to become consumed by sadness. But instead of allowing heartbreak to hold you down, use it as fuel to propel you forward. Let the emotions that come with heartbreak remind you of your resilience. Let the pain ignite a fire inside you to pursue your passions, build a stronger foundation for yourself, and create a future that is better than your past. Heartbreak can be the very thing that pushes you to work harder, dream bigger, and become the person you were meant to be. Failure, on the other hand, is something that almost everyone experiences at some point, whether it's failing to achieve a personal goal, missing an opportunity, or stumbling along the way to success. Failure can be incredibly discouraging. It's easy to see failure as a sign that you're not good enough or that you'll never succeed. However, failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's an opportunity to learn and grow. When you turn failure into wisdom, you gain valuable insights that will ultimately lead you to success. Failure is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. It's in those moments of failure that you learn the most about yourself and your abilities. Each failure shows you where you can improve, what you need to change, and how you can approach things differently next time. Failure forces you to reassess your methods, sharpen your skills, and refine your strategies. It's through failure that you gain the wisdom and experience that will guide you toward future success. Failure is not the end of the road. It's simply a lesson in disguise, preparing you for the victories ahead. The key to turning failure into wisdom is in how you respond to it. It's easy to fall into self-doubt and frustration, but true growth comes when you use failure as a stepping stone. Instead of letting failure define you, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to improve? When you take the time to reflect on what went wrong and what you can do better, you turn failure into an invaluable source of wisdom. Each failure, no matter how small, is a lesson that brings you closer to your goals. Turning failure into wisdom also means adopting a mindset that embraces growth and progress over perfection. Perfection isn't the goal, growth is. If you're not failing at something, it might mean you're not pushing yourself far enough. Failure shows you that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, and that's where real growth happens. When you change your perspective on failure, you begin to see it not as something to fear, but as something to embrace. It becomes a sign that you're moving in the right direction, that you're willing to take risks, and that you're on the path to success. In both heartbreak and failure, the power lies not in the event itself, but in your response to it. When you turn your heartbreak into motivation, you find strength in the most difficult of circumstances. When you turn failure into wisdom, you unlock a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. These painful experiences are not the end of the story. They are part of the journey that shapes you into a stronger, wiser person. Heartbreak and failure are both catalysts for transformation. They give you the opportunity to grow, to learn, and to move forward in a way that nothing else can. When you choose to rise from these challenges rather than remain defeated by them, you take the lessons they offer and use them to fuel your success. You'll find that over time, these moments of heartbreak and failure will no longer hold you back. They'll become the very foundation on which you build your future. Pain is an inevitable part of life, whether it comes in the form of personal struggles, professional setbacks, or emotional heartache. We often think of success as something that comes with ease, an effortless achievement that doesn't require suffering or hardship. But in reality, success isn't about avoiding pain. It's about learning how to use pain as fuel for your progress. Pain can be one of your greatest motivators, pushing you beyond your limits, helping you develop strength, and guiding you toward your goals. Too often we think that pain and success are opposites, that in order to be successful, we must find a way to avoid pain altogether. But this mindset sets us up for disappointment. Life is full of challenges, and each challenge, no matter how painful, is an opportunity for growth. Pain teaches us valuable lessons. It forces us to reflect, to adjust, and to develop resilience. Every successful person has faced pain along the way. What sets them apart is their ability to use that pain as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. When we experience pain, we're given a choice. We can let it defeat us, or we can allow it to fuel our progress. Pain often pushes us out of our comfort zones and into unfamiliar territory. It can spark creativity, force us to reconsider our approach, and drive us to work harder, smarter, and more determined. Rather than running from pain or trying to numb it, we must learn to face it, embrace it, and use it to propel us forward. Pain can be the fire that ignites our passion, the catalyst for transformation. The greatest accomplishments often come after the hardest struggles. Think of the most successful people in the world. They didn't achieve their success without experiencing pain, failure, or disappointment. What made them successful wasn't the avoidance of pain, but their ability to keep going in spite of it. They used the pain they faced to fuel their determination, their creativity, and their drive. They understood that pain isn't something to fear, it's something to harness. It's through the hardest moments that we learn the most about ourselves and our capabilities. When we encounter pain, we're presented with an opportunity to shift our perspective. Instead of seeing pain as something negative or debilitating, we can choose to see it as a powerful motivator. Pain can help us clarify our goals. It can help us reassess our priorities and refocus our efforts. When we're in pain, we often find ourselves more determined to achieve the things that matter most. We become more focused, more driven, and more resourceful in our pursuit of success. Pain also teaches us the importance of perseverance. Success isn't just about having a great idea or a solid plan. It's about the ability to keep moving forward when things get tough. Perseverance is born out of pain. It's in the moments of struggle that we learn the value of persistence. Every time we face a challenge and push through, we develop a deeper sense of resilience, and that resilience becomes the foundation for our success. Success isn't about avoiding obstacles. It's about pushing through them and continuing to grow despite the setback. Another way pain fuels progress is by increasing our capacity for empathy and understanding. When we go through painful experiences, we develop a deeper understanding of others who are facing similar struggles. This empathy can become a driving force in our work, relationships, and personal growth. When you've been through your own pain, you begin to understand that everyone has their own battles and that compassion and support are vital to moving forward together. Your pain can make you a better leader, a more supportive friend, and a more driven individual. In many ways, pain brings clarity. When things are going well, we may not stop to reassess our goals or our path. But when we're in pain, we're forced to take a step back and reflect on where we are, where we want to go, and what's truly important. Pain creates an urgency to act. It makes us realize that life is short and that we can't afford to waste time. We may find ourselves making decisions faster, taking risks we wouldn't have considered before, or putting in the extra work because we recognize the value of time and effort when things aren't easy. Success doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's shaped by our experiences, both good and bad, and those bad experiences, the pain, the heartache, the failures, are often what propel us to the next level. They shape our character, teach us resilience, and give us the courage to keep moving forward. If we avoid pain, we may miss out on the opportunities to learn, grow, and develop the strength necessary for success. Pain isn't a roadblock, it's an integral part of the journey. So the next time you face pain or adversity, remember this: it's not a sign that you're on the wrong path, it's a sign that you're on the right one. Pain is not something to fear or avoid. It's something to embrace and use as fuel for progress. Don't let it hold you back. Let it propel you forward. Use the pain you're experiencing to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. Because success isn't about avoiding pain. It's about using it to fuel your progress and move closer to your goals. There are times in life when we feel trapped, as if we're standing still in a place we can't escape. The weight of our challenges, the feeling of failure, and the overwhelming nature of our circumstances can make us believe that we're stuck, that we can't move forward or make any progress. But here's the truth: you are not meant to stay stuck. You are meant to rise. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of hardship is an opportunity for you to elevate yourself to a higher level. You were not put on this earth to remain in a place of stagnation or limitation. You are here to rise, to grow, to become the best version of yourself. When you feel stuck, it's easy to think that there's no way out, no way forward. But this feeling is often just a temporary illusion. Life is constantly in motion, and so are you. The key is in recognizing that the power to rise is within you. It's not about waiting for something to change or for external circumstances to shift. It's about realizing that you have the strength and resilience to push through your current limitations and create new possibilities for yourself. The idea that you're stuck is a false narrative. You are always moving, sometimes slowly, sometimes with effort, but always moving forward if you choose to rise. Rising is about shifting your mindset. When you believe you're stuck, you begin to feel powerless, defeated, and hopeless. But when you choose to see your situation as temporary and focus on the potential for growth, you open the door to transformation. Rising doesn't require perfection or immediate success. It simply requires the willingness to take the first step forward, even when the path isn't clear. Sometimes rising is as simple as changing how you think about your situation. It's about seeing your struggles as opportunities to learn and your failures as stepping stones to something greater. You can choose to rise by choosing to see beyond the moment and trust that there is more for you. We all face moments in life when we feel overwhelmed, when we feel as if we're not moving in the direction we want, or when we're unsure of how to take the next step. But no matter how hard things get, no matter how heavy the burden feels, you are not meant to stay there. You are meant to rise. Sometimes rising means reaching out for help. It means finding support in others, seeking guidance, or leaning on a community of people who believe in you. You don't have to rise alone. Sometimes the strength you need comes from the people around you. But in the end, the decision to rise is always yours. Rising also means acknowledging your strength even when you don't feel it. It's easy to forget how far you've come when you're focused on the present challenges. But if you take a moment to reflect on all you've already overcome, you'll realize that you've been rising your whole life. Every difficulty you faced, every tough decision you've made, every moment you've pushed through has built your resilience, your wisdom, and your strength. The truth is, you've already risen countless times. What's left now is to trust that you can rise again, even higher. You're not meant to be held down by your past mistakes or your current struggles. Your past does not define you. It shapes you, but it does not confine. Rising means letting go of the weight of regret and embracing the possibility of what's to come. It's about looking at your future with hope and confidence, knowing that your past experiences, no matter how painful, have prepared you for the greatness that's ahead. You are not meant to be limited by what happened yesterday. You are meant to rise, to grow, to step into the person you are becoming. Rising also means refusing to settle for less than what you deserve. It's easy to get comfortable in situations that don't fully serve us. It's easy to stay stuck in familiar patterns, even if they aren't helping us grow. But you were not put on this earth to settle. You are meant to rise above your circumstances, to reach for the dreams and goals that are calling you. Don't let fear, doubt, or complacency keep you from stepping into your full potential. You deserve more than just existing. You deserve to thrive, to live a life of purpose, and to be the person you are meant to be. When you make the choice to rise, you begin to realize that the challenges you face are not obstacles. They are opportunities. Opportunities to show the world your strength, your resilience, and your determination. Rising doesn't mean the absence of challenges. It means the ability to face them with courage, with a belief that you are capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. You are meant to rise, not in spite of the challenges, but because of them. The more you rise, the more you learn, grow, and become the person who is destined to create impact and success. Remember, you were not created to remain stuck in any phase of your life. You were made to rise, to evolve, and to transform. The power to rise is within you at all times, even when the journey feels uncertain or difficult. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Don't let your circumstances dictate your future. You are capable of incredible things. You are meant to rise. So rise with purpose, rise with intention, and rise with the unwavering belief that you can create the life you desire and deserve. Life has a way of testing us, of throwing challenges our way when we least expect it. Sometimes it feels like everything is working against us, like every door is closed, and every effort we make leads to failure. In those moments, it's easy to feel defeated, to lose hope, and to think that giving up is the only option. But I'm here to remind you, keep believing, keep pushing, and don't give up. These three principles are the foundation of success, and no matter how tough it gets, they will carry you through to the other side. Belief is the starting point of every great achievement. Before you can achieve anything, you first have to believe that it's possible. Belief isn't just about wishing for something to happen. It's about knowing in your heart that you can make it happen. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in your abilities, your purpose, and your vision, you create a powerful force within you that propels you forward. It's easy to believe when things are going well, but the real test of belief comes when you're faced with challenges. It's in those moments that belief becomes your anchor. Keep believing in yourself, even when the world around you doubts you. Even when it feels like others don't see your potential, you must believe in it. Your belief is the fuel that keeps you going when everything else is telling you to stop. It's what helps you get out of bed on the days when you feel like throwing in the towel. Belief doesn't require evidence. It requires faith. It's about trusting that your hard work, your resilience, and your perseverance will pay off, even if you can't see the results right now. Keep that belief burning inside of you and let it guide you through the toughest of times. Once you've embraced belief, the next step is to keep pushing. Life rarely gives us instant results. Success is often a long road filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like. But success is built on persistence. It's about putting one foot in front of the other, even when you don't feel like it, even when the progress feels slow. The key is to keep pushing forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Every effort you make is a step closer to your goal. Every time you keep going, even when it feels like you're not making progress, you are. Pushing through adversity requires determination. It's about having a mindset that refuses to quit, no matter how hard things get. Every time you push through, you're building your resilience. You're learning what it takes to succeed, and you're strengthening your character. Every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and more capable of handling whatever comes next. Don't let temporary setbacks define your journey. Keep pushing even when it feels like you're stuck, because the breakthrough is just around the corner. And when all else fails, when it seems like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you feel like you've hit a wall, remember this: don't give up. Giving up may feel like the easiest option in the moment, but it's also the option that guarantees you'll never reach your full potential. Every great success story is filled with moments where the person was ready to quit, but they didn't. They kept going even when it felt impossible because they knew that quitting would only mean they gave up on their dreams. There's a power in not giving up. It's not about pushing through blindly, but about refusing to let the challenges stop you from pursuing your dreams. When you don't give up, you're telling the world that you're committed to your vision, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you fail. Not giving up means that you're willing to fight for what you believe in. And that kind of determination is what separates the successful from the ones who give up too soon. When you feel like you're at your breaking point, that's often when you're closest to your breakthrough. Success is not a straight line. It's a series of ups and downs. The most successful people didn't get there by quitting. They got there by persevering through the tough times, by refusing to let failure stop them, by keeping their eyes on the prize and pushing forward no matter how hard it seemed. You might not see the results right now, but every effort you make is laying the groundwork for your success. Remember, success doesn't come to those who never face obstacles. It comes to those who keep believing, keep pushing, and don't give up. The road may be long and challenging, but every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. Every setback is just a lesson. Every failure is just a part of the journey. The key is to keep moving forward no matter how difficult the path may seem. You are capable of more than you realize, and with belief, persistence, and the refusal to quit, you will achieve greatness. Keep believing, keep pushing, and above all, don't give up. Pain is one of the most universal human experiences. It comes in many forms: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. It can leave us feeling overwhelmed, discouraged, and unsure of how to move forward. In these moments, it's easy to believe that pain is a barrier, something that will keep us from achieving our goals and dreams. But in reality, your pain is not a barrier. It is a doorway. It's a doorway to success, growth, and transformation. The key to unlocking this potential is to walk through it with faith and confidence. Pain is not something that happens to you for no reason. It has purpose, even if we don't understand it in the moment. Pain has the power to transform us, to shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. When we experience pain, we are being pushed out of our comfort zones and forced to grow in ways we never could have imagined. It is in our pain that we discover our true strength, our resilience, and our capacity for greatness. But to tap into this power, we must choose to see our pain not as something to avoid, but as a necessary part of our journey. Think of pain as a catalyst for change. Without it, we might remain complacent, stuck in the same patterns and routines, never challenging ourselves to reach higher. Pain forces us to confront the areas of our lives that need attention. Whether it's a broken relationship, a career setback, or an internal struggle. It creates a sense of urgency, a reminder that life is happening right now and that we cannot afford to waste time. Pain moves us forward, even when we feel like standing still. It urges us to take action, to make changes, and to rise above our circumstances. Walking through pain with faith is one of the most powerful choices you can make. Faith is the belief that even when things seem impossible, there is a greater plan at work. It's trusting that the pain you're experiencing has meaning, that it is shaping you for something greater, even if you can't see it right now. Faith allows you to hold on to hope when everything else around you seems bleak. It keeps you grounded in the belief that your current struggles are not the end of your story, but rather the beginning of a new chapter. When you walk through your pain with faith, you open yourself up to the possibility that something greater awaits on the other side. Confidence is just as crucial as faith when walking through pain. Confidence is the belief in your own ability to overcome challenges, to rise above adversity, and to succeed no matter the odds. Pain can often shake our confidence, making us question ourselves, our worth, and our abilities. But the truth is, you are more capable than you realize. Every time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, you are strengthening your confidence. When you face pain with confidence, you are choosing to trust yourself and your ability to get through the toughest times. Confidence doesn't mean you won't feel fear or doubt. It means you trust that you have what it takes to move forward anyway. Pain also opens the door to self-discovery. When things are easy, we don't always take the time to reflect on ourselves and our lives. But when we're in pain, we are forced to take a step back and reassess our priorities, our goals, and the things that truly matter. Pain has a way of stripping away the distractions and getting to the heart of who we really are. It challenges us to look inward, to confront our weaknesses, and to build on our strengths. As we walk through our pain, we learn more about ourselves, our values, our passions, and our true potential. This self-awareness becomes a powerful tool for success because it helps us make decisions that align with who we are and what we want to achieve. Another important aspect of walking through pain with faith and confidence is trusting the process. Healing, growth, and success don't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and patience. The journey through pain is rarely linear. There will be ups and downs, progress and setbacks. But when you trust the process and know that every step, even the painful ones, is part of your growth, you are able to embrace the journey with grace. You understand that the pain you're experiencing is not permanent, it is temporary, and it will lead you to something greater. Trusting the process means letting go of the need for immediate results and allowing the journey to unfold in its own time. Pain also teaches us gratitude. When we go through tough times, we often gain a deeper appreciation for the good things in our lives. It's easy to take things for granted when everything is going smoothly, but pain opens our eyes to the blessings we might have overlooked. When you walk through pain with faith and confidence, you begin to see the lessons that each experience brings. You start to appreciate the small victories, the moments of peace, and the growth that happens even in the most difficult times. Gratitude is a powerful tool because it shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have, and it keeps you grounded in the present moment. Ultimately, walking through pain with faith and confidence is about making a conscious choice to rise above your circumstances. It's about choosing to believe that your pain is not in vain, but that it is preparing you for something greater. It's about having the courage to face adversity head on and knowing that you are strong enough to overcome it. With faith, you trust that the pain will pass and that better days are ahead. With confidence, you move forward knowing that you are capable of achieving success, no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Pain may be part of the process, but it is not the end of the story. Walk through it with faith and confidence, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more determined to succeed. As you stand on the other side of your pain, you'll look back and realize that it was never the pain itself that held you back. It was the way you chose to respond to it. When you chose to walk through it with faith and confidence, you transformed it into a stepping stone, a vital part of your journey toward success. Your pain didn't define you. Your response to it did. And now, with each challenge you face, you'll have a deeper understanding of your own strength, a greater sense of purpose, and an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome whatever comes your way. So remember this. Your pain is not the end, it is the beginning of something greater. Walk through it with faith in yourself and confidence in your purpose, and you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the success that awaits. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, and the journey you're on is worth every step. Keep going, because you were never meant to stay stuck. You were meant to rise. Keep believing, keep pushing, and don't ever give up. The best is yet to come.